Hi, everybody. Welcome back to Will and Wise.
The Dog Show Drive.
Yeah, that's for sure. The Drive. This week on The Drive, we're going to talk about junior handling. We're going to talk about the differences between AKC and CKC, and we're going to talk about the importance of junior handling to our sport and the future of our sport. We're also going to chat about last week's comments for the question of the week, which was all about over grooming. So that got a lot of comments, like we knew it would. And then we're going to end the show with some interesting Kennel and Bench as usual.
As usual.
Yep.
That and more.
Will and Wise.
The Dog Show Drive. Hi, Will.
How's it going?
It's going well. How are you?
I'm tired.
I know.
I just got back from the North Carolina.
Yes. Were you in Raleigh?
I was in Raleigh. Yeah, I was in Raleigh. I was judging at the Tar Heel circuit. It's the Tar Heel cluster, they call it. I judged at the Raleigh Kennel Club and the Cary Kennel Club.
Oh, and you had a good time?
Oh, I had a great time. I had great entries. I overdrew both days, and it was a lot of fun. I had a great. They took away some breeds that I would have liked, but that's the way it goes. But it was fun. It was a lot of fun. And I got to see a bunch of people. I got to see Randy again and Joe Walton, Randy Guerin, and Joe Walton.
Yeah.
Mary Beth O'Neill, and there was a bunch of really good people there. Linda Torrance was my ring steward. She was already there. She had ring steward all weekend. So there, she's the ring steward at large. She's everywhere with ring steward, and they all want her too. They all want her. When I got there, because she was mine for the last 2 days, Sully Pavezzo, she's like, "Oh, I want her back." I said, "It's over, Sully. Get over it. Go out with somebody else." She's no tip.
Did she get it?
I think so, but
okay.
She's good. Pretty cool.
Yeah. So you just got back. You just got back. Right. Because we tried to have a production meeting yesterday. And of course, once again, the mystery.
I forgot that it was Monday.
The mystery of the Monday holiday.
I forgot that it was Monday. I forgot armed robbery was illegal. How many times we let ourselves get in trouble for not using those two words? I forgot.
Yeah, so there I was, once again, only sitting with 2/3 of our production crew. Going, where's Will?
I should have kept the cutout then, because then you're going to have...
I don't know. Yeah, and I thought you were on it because we texted the night before, and you didn't
About the production meeting, though?
Yes, I said, is 9 okay for everybody? And Megan's like, it'll work for me. And then you said something about something else. And I was like,
I haven't seen her.
Pretty much. So
no, I think she wouldn't return that.
Anyway, we survived, but Megan is back, so we have a proper agenda.
Now we had to throw a bit of coin towards her to get her back, lure her back with a bit of coin.
We do, because let me tell you, she's done a bang-up job. I'm so happy I didn't have to do it. So, yeah. So that was good.
How was your weekend?
I was at camp. We closed up camp.
Did you?
Camp's done.
So it was sad? It was a sad weekend?
No, not for me.
Oh, closing up the camp. I thought it'd be sad for you.
No.
No more fishing.
Well, that's sad, but it's okay. I'm good with it.
Oh, we had dinner with Kenny Wall and Mary Merlot too.
Oh,
yeah, so that was a lot of fun.
I love my friend Kenny Walls.
Yeah, they were great. Both of them. We had so much fun with both of them. Yeah,
Mare is fun too.
Yeah, Mary stepped on her foot wrong and broke her foot.
I saw that on Facebook. She has
so she was scooting around the dog show on a scooter.
Well, that couldn't have been safe.
Randy told her to be careful because if she puts the brakes on too fast, she's going to go over the top of the handlebars. And if it's going to happen to somebody, it's going to happen to Mary.
Yeah. She should be wearing a helmet while she's doing that.
But it was a lot of fun. We had a lot of fun with those guys. And my buddy Vito was there. So
yes.
it was
Love our Vito.
We had a lot of fun.
Yes. Well, that's good. Yeah, no, so I just, we closed up camp and that was all I did. I'm getting ready though. Megan and I are getting ready. Big road trip.
Oh, you're off. Yeah, you're off. Road trip next week.
Yep. We're going
to. It's time to put on makeup. It's time to dress up nice.
It's time to get things started. So we're going to Purina Farms.
Yeah, I knew that.
Yep, Nova Scotia Duck Tolling Retriever National. I'm very excited. I'm just going as an observer.
Well, that'll be fun though. Yes. And you'll be able to sit back and recognize the families of the dogs. It'll be fun. Yes. You'll have a lot of fun.
Yes, so. I'm really looking forward to it. I have some ringside mentoring that'll happen while I'm there. So,
have you been to Purina Farms before?
I have not. This is why
you'll love it. It's a very comfortable show. Mm-hmm. You know, it's a comfortable show to show at, a comfortable show to judge at. It's just a nice sight.
Rumor has it the English Setter Nationals there next year. So that's I'm
don't start rumors, Yvonne. Don't start rumors.
Well, you never know. I want to get the lay of the land. So
chalk off your spot now.
Exactly. Leave my lawn chairs there.
As the guys and janitors there, like, who's this Yvonne? Wipe it off.
I'll leave a dog show drive mug sitting there.
I got a lot of comments about the dog show drive when I was in Raleigh, though. We have listeners. Good. We have people. Yeah, my mom wasn't in Raleigh. Neither was yours.
Wow. Look at us, just expanding.
Yeah, I got a lot of, and then we have a lot of new trailers coming out too, because a lot of the handlers that do watch the show did a trailer for me. So
good. So, and I hope I always say these things aren't going to do them, and as we know, I never do. But now maybe because I won't have much else to do except watch, and I'll have Megan with me. Megan and I maybe we'll do a little, here's Purina Farms for the dog show.
There you go.
I think so. Yeah. Maybe I'll find somebody to talk to there. That runs the joint.
You will.
What do you mean by that?
No doubt.
What do you mean by that?
I had this one woman, I can't remember her name now. She stopped to thank me for the dog show ride. And she's like, I love your new co-host. She's so funny.
Oh, hold on.
Oh, and before we get started, I want to talk about the launch of the new website, Dog Show Tips. So it says dogshowtips.com, and it's got everything you could possibly want for dog shows on it. So check it out, dogshowtips.com.
And more.
And more, yeah. Yes. So flash that across the screen, dogshowtips.com, dogshowtips.com in 3D.
How about this?
Oh, like a Wayne's World. Nice.
Nice. I don't know how to make that go away now, though, but oh well.
Great.
Oh, I did. It was a new feature on our Zoomy thing. So
only on your side, I can't do it.
I don't know. So, we got a really nice letter.
Let's carry on. Let's get on with the show. I know,
but we got a really nice letter this week, remember?
Oh, yes, we did.
We got a letter from our executive director of the CKC, Natalie Tarini, and I won't read you the whole letter, but she said she really enjoyed our show because it was an excellent opportunity to hear perspectives and feedback from CKC members, which is true. We try to listen to our people for sure. Yeah.
We're like public broadcasting. We're here for the people. Here for the people.
Here for the people. And we have candid discussion. Okay, we're supposed to be carrying on.
Sorry. Carry on.
For someone who's tired.
I'm really tired. So I'm not thinking straight on.
Zip it. Okay. She's apparently she went to the Cornwall Dog Show. She went out to her first dog show, so she's trying to getting into the trenches with us. She's going to be listening to our future shows and listening to the representative zones. And I think we're going to really try hard to get her on the show and let's have a conversation, have a conversation with her and let's get to know the new CKC executive director. So we thank you. We thank you for listening. And and if there's anything more you need to know, just drop us a line. Natalie, just drop us a line. Yeah, so anytime you want, just drop us a line or call me, and we'll call me, and we'll help you out. We've also we've had some prominent people pass in this last week.
This past week, we lost Mike Langto.
Yeah.
And there was no nicer man. He was such a nice man, always smiling, always there to help anybody. Yeah. I've known Michael and Pat pretty well my whole life.
Yeah.
And Michael was just a wonderful man. Our thoughts and goes out for Pat and her family.
Yes.
Because that's a terrible crush on our sport, because Michael did a lot for our sport, not just judging, running the Cornwall Dog Show, and whenever he was asked to do anything, he was always there. And he was always smiling. I never saw Michael angry ever. So I'm sure Pat did, but I never did. He was always smiling and always there to say good morning. And like when he was at the Cornwall Dog Show, he and Pat always greeted people in the morning. It was just such a wonderful couple, and I feel so bad about it all. So
and then we also lost Donna Cole out in BC. She's now.
I don't know exactly when that happened. I think it was over the weekend as well. I don't know if people know Donna Cole. Donna Cole was a boxer and Boston Terrier breeder from BC, and she's the one that made Lower Mainland Kennel Club.
That was her show.
It was a huge event because of Donna Cole. When she was in charge of it, it was a huge dog show. It was the biggest dog show in Canada by far.
Well, I remember you and I, we flew out to that almost every year.
And she was an all-breed judge, so she was busy every weekend. I think did she have something to do with Mephisto Soldier of Fortune? I'm not sure. She co-owned him?
I'm not sure.
I can't hope I don't get that wrong. I can't remember. But she was a big boxer fancier, and then she later on into Boston Terriers. And her Boston Terriers were always doing well at the shows, the ones she bred. And she was a very good judge. Like, you could see she could judge anything and be anywhere. So
I always enjoyed showing to her too. She was
she was wonderful.
Great
and I feel bad about it all. And then on the other south of the border, we lost Bob Stein, Robert Stein. He passed away, and he was an icon. In the he was an icon in the Afghan world, but he was an icon in the dog show world. Bob Stein was a excellent dog judge, an excellent breeder, and you could ask him any question. He was also very clever. Like, he'd come out with one-liners when you asked him something, and he was fun to be around. And it's sad. I'm sorry to hear about all three of them. Makes for a tad. We heard that when I was in North Carolina. We got those messages, at least about Donna Cole and Michael, on Saturday. Was it Saturday? No, it was Sunday. We heard about them.
So yes, our condolences out to all those families, and the dog show world has taken another hit. That's for sure.
It sure has, and I'm sure the magazine show CNCDF will do something for all of them, and then you can read up on their history and what they did, because they're both good at that. So
it would be very good. So, well, let's get rolling with the other.
On with the show.
So across Canada, driven by Show Scene magazine, Show Scene, where every dog takes center stage. I could hit my
poke.
We'll keep it.
Do you have a hand one go up instead of you doing that? I can just do your hands.
Let me check. I wonder if I can put in reactions.
But don't do it now. God knows. God knows where we'd end up.
Exactly. So let's start out in Summerland, BC, where the Skaha Kennel Club, August 29th to September 1st. That was 4 shows, and they had a total of 759 dogs. Down just a bit from the previous year. They had 794 dogs. So not too bad. Too bad. Saskatoon Kennel and Obedience Club, August 29th.
Saskatoon. That's where Beef was from.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah, that's good too.
My mom lived there for a while as a kid.
With beef?
I don't think she lived with beef.
Oh, okay.
She's a bit older than beef. So August 29th to the 31st, and they had 3 shows, and they were at 554 dogs, which was up from the previous year, about 20 dogs, 534. So they were up. Very good. And then we had in Ontario the Cornwall District Kennel Club, the 29th through the 31st in Ingleside, Ontario. They had 4 shows at 834, which is down just slightly, not.
Yeah, they've stayed pretty steady.
Yeah.
That's good.
And because they had 484 the previous year. And then we had Essex County Kennel Club in Kingsville, Ontario. And they had over 4 shows. They had 577 dogs. The prior year, it said 4 shows. They had 300 dogs, but Best in Show Award canceled on the second show with no number of dogs provided. I wonder what happened there.
I don't know.
I think, Megan, you need to provide us with a little more info.
Yeah,
it's just
know the scoop.
Yeah, what was the scoop on that, Megan? What was it? Okay, then out in Bible Hill, Nova Scotia, the Halifax Kennel Club, August 29th through the 31st, it had 4 shows, 827 dogs, up from last year where they only had 691.
Yeah.
Well done. Well done, Halifax Kennel Club. And that was across Canada, presented to you by Show Scene Magazine, where every dog takes center stage. So, and then we have our upcoming shows.
And I have to tell you, I traveled with Lyd this weekend. There is no busier person. She is doing stuff for the magazine every hour of every day. She is doing something magazine related.
Yeah.
So
I can imagine.
Yeah.
Upcoming shows brought to you by Canuck Dogs, your source for Canadian dog show events online. And we're going to look into October already because, it's September. It's September, Will.
I know. My gosh. It was young Adam's birthday yesterday.
It was. Well.
Yeah, September 1st.
The first, yes.
September 1st was Adam Bernardin's birthday.
It was. Okay, so we have the Alberni Valley.
We need one of those birthday clowns. Bimbo, bimbo, I'm happy birthday clown.
Yeah, weirdo.
Anyway, sorry. Okay.
So we have Alberni Valley Kennel Club in Port Alberni, BC, October 17th through the 19th, and that's 3 all-breed shows. Then in Camrose, Alberta, we have the Battle River Canine Association, October 24th through the 26th, and that's 3 all-breed shows. 3 obedience trials, and was that 6? Oh no, 6 obedience trials, 3 rally obedience trials. My printers did something weird there. Belleville and District Kennel Club in Belleville, Ontario, October 24th through the 26th, closes on October 8th, and that's 3 all breed shows and limited breed shows for groups 1, 3, and 5. And that was brought to you by Canuck Dogs, your source for Canadian canine event information online. And reminders for closing. We have Sudbury and District Kennel Club. It closes on Tuesday, September the 9th at 8 p.m. or when the limit is reached. And that show secretary is Diana Edwards, show services. And we also have next week on Wednesday, September the 10th, Burlington Kennel and Obedience Club. And that show secretary is MJN Show Services. And then we have Lower Mainland Dog Fanciers of BC closing on Monday, September the 8th. And that show secretary is BC Dog Show Services Limited. And finally, Mount Cheam Canine Association closing on Wednesday, September the 10th at 9 p.m. And the show secretary for them is Classic Show Services. Ta-da! 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 That's that.
That's that.
That is
Moving
that.
on to this week's topic.
Which is brought to you by Leading Edge Dog Show Academy, where your success is our success. Your success is our success.
That's right.
Yeah, so this week, it's about junior handling.
Help you.
Let me help you. Help me help
you.
Yes. Anyway.
Love you, Jerry.
Yeah. So anyway, back to the topic of the week, which is junior handling, because our junior handling national finals were a couple of weeks ago in Winnipeg, Manitoba at the MCA shows.
MCA.
And we would like to congratulate our winners. So for a second year in a row was Abby Mann from Ontario West. And that is zone 6, I believe. So congratulations to Abby. And in the obedience was Brooke Fitzpatrick. So
I've got to say, I've watched Abby grow up in the sport, and she has matured so much as a handler. She does such a good job.
Oh, good.
It doesn't matter what ring she's in now, because she's working for handlers now, and she gets a lot of different breeds to show. And she's calm, she's professional, she's efficient. She does a wonderful job in the ring.
Oh, good.
She really does.
Well, we're going to wish her luck because she gets to go off to Crufts. I believe she'll be going off to Crufts.
Yeah.
In February.
And she'll be very competitive for us. She'll make Canada proud.
Oh, good. So what we thought we would discuss is the differences between the CKC juniors and the AKC juniors. Yeah. So Megan is getting a raise because she did a bang-up job of doing the differences and getting this information.
We're doubling her pay this week. Maybe just for this week, but we're doubling it.
Doubling it. Whatever we took away last week because you weren't here, Megan.
We get it back this week.
All for you. All for you. Yes.
All that and more.
And more.
We love you, Megan. Oh, yes, we do.
So, first of all, we're going to go through the age divisions. So, in the CKC, we have our first age division is Pee-wee, which is 4 to 6 years old. They're non-competitive, and they participate. And they participate. Basically, they participate only. It's to let the young ones.
Right. It gives them a chance to get our dog in the ring and run around in circles.
Yeah.
And it's really great. You go to different areas in Canada, and they do it differently. Some have just the judge, but in Alberta with Shannon, they'll have somebody at each corner coaching the kids as they go around.
Yes, it's I remember really that. Excellent. I remember that when I lived out there, I often volunteered to be a coach because that's also the funniest class too.
Oh, it's so much fun.
It's like watching kids play hockey.
Keep going. Don't stop and talk to me. Keep going.
You always have that one Pee-wee with the veteran Sheltie that basically will just walk as fast as the kid walks. The kid drops the lead. The Sheltie just stands there, looks at the lead, looks at someone else. Like, can you tell them? It's the best. I love that class. Anyway, then we have junior novice, and that's from 7 to 11 years. And then we have
novice. Explain what novice means.
Novice is, I believe, it is. They have not received less than 3 first place. Might be more, but they have not received.
It used to be 3. I'm not sure what it is. It used to be 3 that you had to have to move up to open.
Yes. So before you can move up to open, you have to win 3 first place in novice junior. So that age category is from 7 to 10 years. And then we talk about the open, junior open, 7 to 11 years old. They're called experienced juniors because they have won 3 or more first place.
Yeah, I'm sure it's 3 or more. If we're wrong, someone's going to tell us.
Yeah, exactly.
And by all means, tell us.
Yes, that's fine. And then we have novice and open categories then for intermediate children as well, and that's from 12 to 14 years old, and then seniors, which is 15 to 18 years old. So we also have the novice and the open. So in the States, in AKC rules, they have novice junior from 9 to 12, open junior from 9 to 12, and it's the same. I want to say they have to win more.
I'm not sure.
I'm not sure either. I want to say it's 5, but I could be making that up. Anyway, and then they also have for novice intermediate, which is 12 to 14, and open intermediate 12 to 14. So our intermediate classes are exactly the same. Our junior class,
we just start earlier. We start at 7.
Yes, we start earlier. Earlier. And then the senior classes are the same ages as well, 15 to 18 years of age. But in the States, they also have what's called a master class.
See, this I did not know.
Yes, they have a master class. And basically, and this is just my aside. The master class are these junior handlers that are basically like professional handlers. Like they're just
unbeatable. Yeah,
they're that good. I remember watching Devin Levy, Kip at the time. She was in the master class, and I just thought to myself, like, no other kid's got a hope.
Oh, and it's amazing.
Because she was just so. I mean, by then, by the time they're like, kids like that, they're 16, 17, 18. I mean, they've been doing this since basically the moment they walked.
She's a third generation.
Exactly. I mean,
and her whole family have been wonderful handlers.
Yeah.
Like
so
no one's a better handler than her mother.
Yeah.
And and competitive. Oh my God, her mother was so competitive, and so she just passed that on to the girls.
Apples don't fall far from the tree.
Now Devin's a professional handler, and she just wins left, right, and center, and so does her sister Dylan.
Yeah.
So it's like
exactly. So anyway,
they were bred for this.
Yeah, that's the one difference that we have is they do have this. It's a master class, so it's almost as if you take it to the breed level. That's the specials class. Right. I think they have to have won so many overalls in order to be in the master class.
Masters. Okay.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's
so
incredible.
then, so the other thing is the eligibility of dogs. So in the CKC, in order for a dog to participate in junior handling, the dog must be of a CKC recognized breed, at least 6 months old, and entered in the show. The junior may also show someone else's dog. And so when we also talk about being entered in the show, they can be entered in exhibition only. They don't have to
as long as they're entered in the show.
They have to be entered in the show. They have to be allowed on the grounds. And the 6 months old, I remember last fall, I think there was a little controversy.
Yeah, there was an issue with someone taking in their baby puppy.
The baby puppy, yes.
Yes.
In the AKC, the dog must be AKC registered, PAL, or AKC limited registration and entered in the show. And the dog must be at least 6 months old.
Yeah.
So the other...
that changed too. That just changed, I believe, in America, because they used to have to own the dog.
Yes, in the States, they did have to own the dog, or had to be owned by an immediate family member,
right?
In order for them to use it.
I think that even changed, because when I was a kid, I'm pretty sure I had to own them. But I remember going to spend the summer at Travelda, and Mrs. E would put a dog in my name for the summer because I had to own that dog to compete in junior handling.
Yeah. So now, and that has just that's a fairly new rule that's come out for AKC, that they do not have to own the dog that they're showing in junior.
That's a big thing now for them.
Mm-hmm. Yes. So 3, scoring and criteria. In the CKC, judging is based on handling ability, control of the dog, presentation skills, knowledge, and ring procedure. Breed-specific accuracy is expected. And for AKC, the emphasis is on the emphasis is on the junior. The emphasis is on the junior's ability.
Timing.
Yeah, timing. On the junior's ability to present the dog in a consistent, polished manner. Smoothness, teamwork, courtesy, and ring knowledge are major factors.
Right.
So kind of, basically it's the same.
It's the same. Yeah. A lot of it's the same.
Yes. Attire and presentation. For CKC, neat professional attire is expected. Junior should complement the dog without distracting.
Right.
My dog is distracting me. Fanny, what are you doing?
But I do think in that regard, I hate to say it, we do lack a little bit compared to the AKC junior handlers. But the AKC junior handlers are ready to roll each time. They're dressed to the nines.
Yep.
Their dogs are conditioned, especially when they own them. Their dogs are conditioned.
Yep.
And they were ready to go in the ring, where sometimes we have a little bit more lax attitude in certain shows up here where the kids will go in jeans and whatnot. And that's fine to start. But once I think they start realizing they want to be competitive, it needs to change. So.
Yep.
Are you okay?
Yeah. Well, Fanny's she's being She's
not
trying
chewing
to,
electrical cord, is she?
no, just all of her chest hair.
Oh, okay.
I hate her. Anyway, did I go through? Yeah. So then we
Well,
have,
the AKC has the same expectations,
yes,
but there's more emphasis on conservative professional dress, similar to adult handlers. And I feel that both America and Canada should both be properly attired for this for the sport.
Yep.
And if it's a summer, they can be summer attire, the summer sport wear. It's
exactly
no tie, but it's not like sports jackets and nice shoes and
nice
whatnot.
golf shirt type of idea. Yeah, for sure. Finals and scholarships. So the CKC, that's the part I remember now. This just in the finals and scholarships. So CKC, we have provincial zone competitions that lead to a national junior handling final each year. The winner represents Canada at Crufts. In the AKCs, the juniors must qualify for the AKC National Championship in Orlando, Florida. Scholarships and educational funds are available for successful juniors.
How do they qualify for Crufts then? Because
I believe that's you have to qualify for Westminster. And I think the winner from Westminster goes to Crufts. I believe that to be true.
I wasn't aware of that. Okay.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure because I think AKC, the Orlando, the national championship show, that's a scholarship. I think that's a monetary scholarship that they win there. But if you win at Westminster, you get.
And it's a big deal in Orlando. It's a whole day event in Orlando.
Oh yeah, remember we covered that last year. It was like it's
a whole day event, and it's incredible. The juniors are incredible, and they aim for that competition, and they are ready. Let me tell you.
Yeah. It's very good. And I just want to remind everyone, I may be too late though, that we have the Sonny Tugas Foundation here in Canada. And I always, the juniors that are out there, and even if you're aged out of juniors, this is a scholarship for young people that is in Sonny Tugas's name. And if you want, you can get a hold of the CDJA, and they can, they have a sheet there, an application that you can fill out for the Sonny Tugas Award. So just to let you know about that.
That's important. And it's a wonderful anniversary that they do for that.
Yes,
so,
it is. Yeah. So the age range for participation. So we do start earlier here. We start at the age of 4 and we go to 18. And in the AKC, they start at the age of 9 and go to also 18.
And I like both. I do think the Pee-wee is important for the children, because there are kids at the dog show that at that age that are there with their parents and whatnot, and to get them in the ring and get them working with a dog is important. It's important to start early.
Yes, exactly.
And we talked about the zone finals. When I was growing up in juniors, we didn't have zone finals. We had the Scarborough finals.
Yep.
And you had to win. I think you had to win 3 first in open to compete in the Scarborough finals. And Elaine Whitney had a lot to do with the Scarborough finals when I was a kid. And there was some great competition. And they were divided at first they were divided by sex, was boys and girls.
Yes, I remember that.
And, I won boys one year, and Luke won boys one year, Luke Arick. We never could beat the girl. The girls always beat us. I can go all year long winning overall and then get to Scarborough and lose to a girl.
You peak too soon.
Yeah, exactly.
Yep.
And Luke and I always joke about it because the prizes were like bikes and watches. And I forget now, but he used to always say, "Well, I got a watch," and I got a bike.
Well, we used to get those plaques in Thunder Bay. We used to get those plaques too. And it was to me, it was because when you're 9 years old and you get this plaque, you're like, Scarborough, that's so far away. Wow, like I would never get to go to Scarborough.
That was my goal, to get to the Scarborough Kennel Club. And it was always a huge event in the Scarborough Kennel Club, the final.
Oh, I'm sure
they would stop judging and just do the junior finals. And it was a big event. And juniors that were participating, it was just like our level for Orlando. We were ready for it, and we had our own setups. Our dogs were ready, and it was a big deal. The trophy was a huge trophy. I remember that trophy was just like it was taller than any of the kids. It was so exciting. I don't know. I wonder what happened to that trophy. Maybe it's
I remember also because we showed a lot in Winnipeg. I remember the juniors classes in Winnipeg. It was like crazy stupid. There'd be like 20 something kids in a class.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Easily. And even I remember even going out to the 75th anniversary of the Edmonton Kennel Club, or was it the 50th? I can't remember. But anyway, and I was 15. I remember going out there and competing in juniors, and my class had like 15, 20 kids in it. And, you know, we were older at that time too. It was just nuts. And now, you know, I mean, I don't think we get the numbers that we used to, but
I think out west gets bigger numbers than we do, I believe.
Yeah.
There's more participation than we do in the Ontario shows. But I think it's such an important thing, and it has produced us some wonderful professional handlers.
Oh, like for sure.
You go to even my son, your dear friend Adam Bernard, and he competed in junior handling, and he always lost to the girl, always. But he was so determined, and he was so hard working at the kennel and at the grooming area and whatnot that he's turned into what he is now. And like he was in Hamlin, New York. He won all 4 best in shows this past weekend.
Yep.
From 3rd in the class to 2 girls to all 4 best in shows.
There we go.
So
good job. Yeah.
Exactly.
But if you just think about how many of our professional handlers, you know, we did start out as juniors, you know, I mean, out west, any of the ladies out there, they were all junior handlers. Yeah. You know, Heidi, Shannon.
Oh, for sure, Allison. They're all competing against each other, and let's face it, junior handling has given us some of the best handlers. I know you don't think of it, but George Alston won junior handling at Westminster, and he went on to become George Alston.
Yep.
So
exactly. Yep. That's one. And actually, if you can get your hands on the book by Bethany Hall and Marsha Hall. The English Setter girls, they have the guide to junior handling. That is a great book, and that's a great book to look at history, because there's many people in there. And I think in the last edition, Doug Belter is featured. And that's why I have English Setters.
He was a big junior handler too at West. He won a lot.
Oh, for sure he did. Yeah. Well, and that's why I got English Setters, because that is a breed predominantly, and I wanted to win juniors, so I got myself an English Setter. Yeah, that's the true story.
Oh, I love juniors, and I remember competing in America, and I'd always just fall short of Westminster because I was never there long enough.
Yes, exactly. Yep.
But it was a big deal. It was a big deal, you know.
Yeah.
We talked about in short. Okay, strong emphasis on mentorship, the CKC, sportsmanship, and introducing children to purebred dogs. Via the Pee Wee class. In AKC, they focus more on the competitive progression and recognition with pathways to scholarship and national competitions. It's a wonderful sport.
Yes.
And we talked about all that already.
Yes.
And like we asked Megan to find some past winners that have gone on to become, you know, all kinds of, like Abby Mann, who's won the last 2 years. Now I think Abby's doesn't have professional handling in her sights. I think she could do it probably anything she wants. She's an accomplished hockey player too. She's unbelievable.
Oh, really? Yes.
Yeah, she is.
Yeah.
And Kayla Penny from BC. I think she worked for a lot of handlers. I don't know what she's doing now. Mm-hmm. And then in 2016, we had Katie McGinn, and Katie McGinn is still in the sport. She works for Allison at Leading Edge, and she shows her own dogs, and she's still very active. And then we have in 2015, Sydney Robinson. She won the whole thing, and competed at Crufts, and she's gone on to major success in professional handling. And Carolyn Halika, I remember Carolyn. She had boxers, I think, and she's see her as much, so she's probably in university now, but she was very competitive in the boxer ring, very competitive, and there's no nicer girl. Like, she is so polite, and the dogs all love her, and I think it's great. I remember even earlier on than that, Rebecca McCauley won the finals here in Canada and competed at Crufts. And Rebecca's family is dog show sports. Like she was always being competitive. And what was actually her cousin Sarah that beat me in the finals.
Right.
Yep. So like that family is dog show royalty, basically.
Oh, for sure.
And so that's junior handling is very important. Do we want to lead that into this week's question before we carry on?
Yes. So this week's question, seeing as the rule in AKC changed, our question of the week, and we had to write it down. Let me get to it. The question of the week for our listeners is: would you rather see juniors owning the dog they handle, or would you rather see them borrowing dogs to show?
Yeah.
In juniors.
And we've always done that in Canada, and I really think that's helped a lot of our professional handlers with proficiency in different breeds.
Yes.
Because there are some handlers that are so good at their own breeds, like Shelties and Goldens. But then in Canada, because we showed Afghans, we showed Dobermans, we showed Irish Setters, we showed Terriers, you just became very proficient in all those breeds as well. And you could see that when you're at a dog show. As a handler, I could hand, if there was a conflict, I could pick any handler and say, here, cover my Airedale Terrier. And there'd be like, because they've done it.
Yeah,
So,
for sure.
A lot of times, and nothing against America, America has great handlers, but there's some very specialized handlers in America.
Yeah.
That not so breed specific when you hand them. I mean, they go from, say, boxers to Irish Setters or something like that. You know?
Exactly. So
that's not any fault of theirs, because they just have the numbers where they can be breed specific. You know, they can go to the dog show with 10 boxers and show 10 boxers. I was talking about that with somebody with labs this weekend. There were just lab handlers there that were filled in every class. You know, they show that's all they showed were Labradors, but they showed 10 of them. You know.
Yep. Yeah, there's something to be said about that, eh?
Oh, for sure. We'll bring in some poodles, girls.
What? For taking 2 puppies to the show and the open bench? What?
Yep. And a couple Maltese, too. Oh, no. Don't get angry. I'll fire you and hire you back on Thursday.
That's exactly how it went, too. Yeah. So, but anyway, that was our topic of the week, and that's sponsored by Leading Edge Dog Show Academy. Your success is our success. So
that was a good question. That was a good topic. So.
Yeah, I enjoy the juniors.
The juniors deserve a lot of airtime because they do work so hard, and they are the future of our sport.
They are the future of our sport.
Keep it up, kids, because you're doing a great job.
Yeah, and if you got some questions for, the master, just,
I'll pass them on to George.
I thought you were going to go, we'll get Megan to answer for you.
Chat GPT, that can answer.
Right. So anyway, so if you want to email us, remember, it's thedogshowdrive@gmail.com. My dog is furiously chewing her feet. It is annoying the crap out of me right now.
I bet it is.
Hey! She's so terrible at it. And she's just sitting far enough that I can't
throw something at her.
No, I've tried to several times.
That's why when I do the podcast now, I give them dinner. I put them all away.
Well, she's not here. 90% of the time she's not here when we're doing the podcast, but I had to take her to the vet because she was due for her shots. And it's just been kind of a crazy day because, I'm getting ready to go and all this kind of stuff.
Yeah.
And Fanny, you're making my skin crawl at the moment. Anyhow.
Fanny, stop it.
So let's go on to our question.
Last week's question.
Yes.
Last week's question. We've got a lot of comments about last week's question, and we knew that we would.
Right. But our question of the week is brought to you by ProPlan.
Oh, sorry.
Read the script, Will.
I'm tired, Yvonne.
I know you're tired. I'm going to tired you in a minute, as my mother would say.
I'll give you something to cry about. Okay.
I don't cry, and there's the reason why.
No, you don't cry. You don't cry. Unlike your brothers.
So true. The weepy bastard. Anyway, brought to you by Pro Plan. Fuel the champion in your dog. So last week's question, now you may carry on, William.
Last week's question was breed-specific grooming. When do trends go too far?
Too far. So
we have a Jamie Larkman. Havanese with eyes carved out and feet trimmed. Scissoring and all trimming forbidden. Exceptions, tying the base of the feet and minimal hygienic trimming unnoticeable on presentation.
Mm-hmm.
So, and we when Havanese started being quite popular, we were all showing them. You would have certain handlers ironing dogs and just making them into little lassos, little Shih Tzus, and the judges are like, no. I remember Len Harfield. He'd look down, and as he was about to judge them, and he'd walk down the line. You guys better tousle them now before they get in the table. I don't want to see them like that. Yep, he was very adamant about it, and I think it's a breed specific thing. It really is.
Yep.
It's a breed
good on them,
thing
because they're not supposed to be like a Lhasa or a Shih Tzu, right?
No. And we did get some dogs. Far be it, I hate being mean about fast dogs, but some dogs who were presented poorly, and because they were a new breed, they were nice dogs underneath their coat, that they did achieve pinnacles they might not. They probably shouldn't have because of the presentation. Now, I've always said that you can't be hard on a dog because of the handler's fault. It's still the best dog. But something like that, when the standard asks for that, you need to mark that down in your head and make sure you do the best you can presenting your dog. Yes.
Yeah. And speaking of Shih Tzus, Sarah Petrie, Shih Tzus, starting with basics, presenting dogs who are not clean. Shih Tzu should have a bath the day before a show, and many need to freshen up throughout the weekend. There is no excuse for a dirty dog. That's true.
Exactly.
That's true.
This is a good one. Michael Canalizo.
Ooh.
It goes too far only when judges let it go too far. A good point. Mm-hmm. One just needs to draw a line in the sand and not award those who have gone Hollywood. There is a reason. Afghan, Cavalier, Havanese, and others don't push me when their standard addresses excessive trimming. A strong judge will realize that most likely a fault is trying to be hidden.
So true.
It's true. And I love that Michael spoke up and gave us a comment, because that's a good person to have that comment and put it out there. And so now we know other people can take guide from Michael,
Yep.
He's such an accomplished handler and judge and breeder.
Yes. I see Nancy Johnson, our friend of the show, Nancy Johnson, who is a professional groomer. She said, okay, so thought long and hard about this question. It's called evolution. Grooming is to get the edge over the competition. What is over grooming? Keeping rustic breeds rustic. They still need to be stripped and groomed for a basic shape. One person's over grooming is another's presenting a clean breed standard. Clean breed standard. Yes. I have owned and groomed English setters for most of my life. They are stripped and trimmed. I have watched all the great trims, also saw an evolution of trims over the years. People make a living on trimming and showing dogs. The only thing stopping this train is the judges. I don't see that happening anytime soon.
But again, we talked about this last week when we introduced this question. If you look at the evolution generations, like you go back to Jane and Bob and their trims, they were great for their time. And then George brought it up one step, and so on and so on and so on.
Yeah.
It is an evolution,
Yes.
Richard Powell, straight scissor cutting on underlines on setters really offends me. And I understand that, because if they make them too sharp, they just look like curtains. It's not right.
Yep.
And there's no route. Like, again, I talked last week about furnishing should be an extension of the bone structure you want to see. There's no bone structures that are round and blowing in the wind like that. It's got to be, follow your dog's anatomy and just accentuate it.
Yeah. Janine Starrink. When I was at the Royal Canin show a few years back, a pro handler came running to ringside. He did not know me, but I knew who he was. As he couldn't see in the ring, and I was the closest person, he asked, "What's in?" I answered, "Giants." He said, "Oh, the poodles of the working ring." I knew right then our grooming trend had gone too far. Good working giants were getting missed by judges for the more talented groomers. Dogs, clever grooming by uber talented people cover so many sins. Judges have to look past the shell and see the whole picture. It's true.
And Catherine Murray wrote, this is a good line as well. She said, "Well, we are evaluating breeding stock, and thank goodness grooming isn't genetic." That's an important line, because as a judge, I don't think you can be hard on a dog and not award them because of their grooming, because it's not their fault. If they're still the best dog, they're the best dog.
Wasn't it Mrs. Clark who made a comment about someone? It was a seminar or some judging thing that she was doing, and they talked to her. They asked her about how she felt about dyed dogs.
Yeah, and too many bands. Yeah.
Yeah, and she said it wasn't genetic.
Yeah. And I'm sure they can still get themselves to water with their color changed and there are too many bands in their head.
Exactly.
CJ Diamond, friend of the show, trimming top lines on double coated breeds. Yeah, that's it. But it's just so tempting, because you can
it
do it.
Is tempting, but
it's tempting.
Yeah. Peggy Beisel McElwain, scissor marks on wire coated terrier breeds. Ooh, I could see that sending some of those terrier people over the edge.
But that's getting more and more predominant, because people, not that they get lazy, but they look for shortcuts.
Shortcuts, for
and
sure.
They think that no one. And let's face it, some of our new judges who aren't in the background of terriers, don't have a background in terriers, they don't notice. And they're looking for an overall outline. So but back in the day, can you imagine walking in Tom Gately's ring and with a dog that you cheated on, and, clipped with the ears or scissored the neck in? He'd boot your ass out of that ring, or Rick shoot in. I'd be afraid. Oh my God, Rick! I'd be afraid to even go near him.
I just started sweating a bit thinking about it.
Thinking about it, right? Oh no, he's gonna know I trimmed around the ears. Oh no.
Right. Maybe it's finally a hot flash. I'm not sure. But Kim Hopp, I specialed an Irish setter and refused to sculpt out the base of the tail or to scissor the underline, allowing the coat to grow naturally. One day, as I was walking out of the ring, the judge, for whom I had much respect, pulled me aside and asked me why I didn't groom my dog properly. When I explained that I had been taught differently and that the standard stated that trimming was done to preserve the natural appearance of the dog, I was told that it looked like I didn't care how my dog looked in the ring and that it was a shame because he was really a nice dog.
And see, that can't happen.
No.
On either end. It can't happen. Over trimming and to the point of being more, not rustic, but more breed specific, that can't happen. The best dog is the best dog. You cannot penalize that dog or either end of the standard, or either end of the grooming standard.
Yes.
So Brian Clegg wrote, grooming should not be able to be seen. And that's true. That's true. And certain breeds, like, you're not going to be, you can't tell me that you can't tell a standard poodle's trimmed. It's just the way it goes, or a miniature poodle or a toy poodle. Just the way it goes. But it is historic. It is, people don't understand why the poodle, most don't understand why the poodle is trimmed the way it is. Its basic trim was for working in the water.
Yeah. It had a function.
It's covering their kidneys, it's covering their joints, it's covering just so that when they work in the water and they still have freedom of motion. So
and it's just become more stylized over the years, right?
Yeah.
Well, there's so many.
Well, I knew there would be. Dr. McIntyre, friend of the show, when it deviates to the extreme according to the breed standards, and we've said that, but it's so tempting sometimes to like when you were my assistant telling me to stop. Okay, well, stop. It's easy if you're not on top of what you're doing.
Yes. Here's one. This is like the controversy, right? And like we know there are some breeds that we know are very trimmed that should not be trimmed. But here, Robin de Vallières, I believe that's how you say the last name. That's a hot topic for sure. Australian Shepherds. Here we go. Allowed in the CKC, providing they assume the ASCA breed standard, which clearly states to be shown in natural coat. Somehow CKC has failed their agreement with ASCA. And this does not currently part from head to toe, underbelly, feathers, pants all cut, deplorable, and not what the Aussie is about. Scissored to the point that newcomers to the show scene actually believe the Aussie must be sculpted to be shown. And I mean, you can see in the.
Oh my God! Yeah, they're like cookie cutters. Yeah.
And there's other breeds too, like Newfies, and there's lots of breeds that we know are trimmed a lot.
It's just and you can't. It depends how they're done. If they're done in a specific way that you don't see scissor marks, you don't see over sculpting. Like it's nice to see a dog looking athletic and knowing that it can do the job it does. But a lot of certain if you deviate from over trimming, let's say jackets, where the jacket is now no longer useful, like a lot of golden retrievers and stuff, when they blow them out too much, they can't go in the water with that because that's not going to protect them anymore, and that's what the jacket's there for. If they're blown out completely, they're just going to be like a sponge. So they need those hard guard hairs on top.
Yeah,
it's an interesting thing.
Brittany Cipriotti. Does trimming, dyeing, fluffing, and spraying truly affect the structure and movement of a dog? This is where my concern lies. Dogs with poor structure and poor movement are being rewarded, while grooming tricks should never outweigh soundness. Grooming can enhance appearance, but it cannot correct fundamental faults. Hair is just hair. Color is just color. True structure cannot be fixed with a can of hairspray and a brush.
That's right. That's very true. It's very true. Oh, well, I think that's enough of that because we're running out of time. And then we have a lot of comments. And thank you, everybody, for the comments because we love them. And we just can't get to everybody's comment this week.
And if you have a question that you would like us to throw out there, feel free to email us at thedogshowdrive@gmail.com, and we will be more than happy to. Or if you have a topic of the week for us.
And just title it Question of the Week or Topic of the Week, and we will do our best to
do it. Because sometimes those Monday production meetings are long. Because brainstorming. But the question of the week was brought to you by ProPlan. Fuel the champion in your dog.
We have just enough time for your favorite.
I do. From the Kennel.
Enough time.
I got so excited I spit. Sorry.
Nice.
Nice. From the Kennel and Bench. With the Canadian National Exhibition just wrapping up in Toronto, this article seemed apt. Cocker Spaniel booster at the CNE. So this was from, Megan didn't tell us when this was, but obviously it's around this time of the year. The invitation, holy moly. Who's tired? I don't know. Are you tired? I think so. Nighty-night. Anyway, the invitation to Cocker breeders to compete in a Cocker Spaniel booster in connection with the recent CNE shows brought a tremendous response. Photographer Jack Larkin caught these aspects of the show sponsored by the Cocker Spaniel Club of Central Ontario. And so then, Megan, you needed to tell us when this was. So anyway, there must have been a bunch of pictures and totally... Lots
I love this. Handler Harry Watson. I remember Harry Watson.
Yeah.
Incredible. Yeah.
And then so who won? Best of Variety Ascot. Ooh, this is when the colors were still separate.
Yeah.
So you know that's old.
Got any solid color other than black.
Yes. So that was champion Odell's Silver Chips II, with Judge Dr. A. Mitten. While
Handler Harry Watson,
while Mr. Jack Dundas, sales representative for Bradings, represents the Bradings Trophy. Lower left, the trophy table pictured here is an indication of the enthusiasm of the club members. Yes, if you have
don't have the picture here, let's just go through some of the names of the people that were in attendance.
Mrs. Mary McRae, president. Mrs. Gutrid Bunce, secretary. Upper right was the best Cocker Spaniel puppy, Bao Olm's Fascination, owned by Mrs. A.M. Merklinger, and is shown with Dr. Mitten, handler Walter Martin, and Mr. Samuel Back. Presenting the Sam
Back trophy. I showed the Sam Back when I was a kid.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, I remember Samuel Back. And in fact, somebody sent me a picture asking if I knew who the judge was, and it was Sam Back. And I sent it around just to make sure, because I was a kid, so I'm like, I think that's Sam Back. So I asked Elaine Whitney, and she's like, yeah, that's Sam Back. So we passed on. I think it was I forget who asked me the question, but it was a great picture, and it was Sam Back. I recognized him right away. Just I couldn't be sure because I was a kid. So
yeah, well.
It's just neat to see those names.
Yes.
Reminds me of when I was younger. So.
All right. Oh, we also want to mention, because coming up next month is the big Montgomery County
Terrier Dog Show.
The Terrier Dog Show.
Kennel Club.
So we're going to do a feature on it. So if there's any questions or something,
ideas out there pertaining to Montgomery County Kennel Club, feel free to drop us a line, and we will try to include it on the show.
We will. Yes. So I think that's it, right? Are we done?
Yep. Take us away, Yvonne.
All right. Don't forget to click like and subscribe to the podcast. Check us out on our Facebook page for the question of the week. You can email us at dogshowdrive@gmail.com. So if you're headed out this weekend, like I am, seatbelts on, glasses on. Till next week. Bye, guys.
Safe drive, guys. See you soon.